going back to Saturday, I mean, is the thing where people sometimes say you need to learn how to win? Do you take any stock in that or no?
I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I mean, what I take stock in is, first of all, and I sincerely mean this from last week, if I didn't stick my nose in on that one coverage, I tried to outsmart somebody, i.e., Coach Fisher, and didn't. He outsmarted me. So if I didn't stick my nose in that coverage, we would have won. Okay. Now we still have to execute and all the other things. So we win that. We're not talking about. I told someone today that there's an awful fine line. What
do you take personally from a loss like that? Obviously, your team learns from this and moves on. What do you take and move towards the future?
Well, the teams learn, but I've had a lot of losses, and maybe going back to Jim's question, I've been in games where I lost, and the thing that's upsetting to me is obviously I haven't learned because I sat there talking to myself, like I said the other night, and I did it against Syracuse up in the day, and I did it against South Carolina, where I made a bad call that cost our team a football game. So I've done it again. So, what I've taken is I've done it 3 times in 34 years, and I got to stop doing it and put my kids in a better position in a situation to win football games. So I have to pay attention to detail to answer your question.
Panthers were really good last year. What do you expect for on Saturday?
Well, you can't say that. They're really good this year if you sit back and look at it. The thing that's very, very strange and peculiar to me is I understand their record, but they're +4 in their turnover margin. That's unheard of. Now you sit back and you analyze that and you look at that, and it's because they're playing great football teams, and they beat a Big 12 team in Iowa State. So they're a really, really good football team. They're very well disciplined on both sides of the football. They protect the ball because they're +8. So what we have to do is, going back to your original question, is they'll always be playing to win, is we have to protect the football. And we have to get the football for our guys.
Northern Iowa, I mean, I know you haven't been here for a lot of it, but it's been 1996, I think, is the last time you guys won up in Cedar Falls. I know you don't care about history, but you guys.
But you're gonna ask the question anyway.
I'm gonna ask the question anyway.
Go ahead.
Got to figure you guys are due at some point for to play well and get something done up there.
I threw 2 Bible verses on you before, but there's another one in there that says, "You prepare the horse for battle, but victory's in the hands of the Lord." So I don't get shocked if we win football games. We prepare, and what I tried to stress very, very carefully to our players yesterday in our team meeting was we have to be very consistent on the way we do prepare. And by preparing, it gives you a chance to win. If you don't prepare, you have no chance to win. So we did our normal Sunday. We're preparing. We're moving on, taking one step in front of the other. Kids are in here back with a new bounce in their step. The 24-hour rule is over. They're all in here watching video. In fact, my man Rick kicked them out of here so that you guys could set up. So we're back to watching video. We're doing our thing, and we're trying to be consistent about our approach.
Talk about the tight ends and their role in the offense, and especially what you saw out of him on Saturday.
I'll tell you what I really like about Fur is he, which I did not know this. I mean, talk about history. I didn't know about that history. I didn't know about the history here. Fur was a linebacker. That's all I've been told. And then he came here, and we moved him over to the tight end side of the football. And I think Justin Kramer has done a phenomenal job with him, and he has done a phenomenal job of taking coaching, because here's a guy who hasn't played linebacker. And he's doing a really super job, and every single day he's getting better and better as far as his skill set. And I'm very, I guess I wouldn't say I was shocked, but I'm very impressed with his hands.
Tight ends are kind of that fine line. You've got to be able to block in running situations, but then you've also be able to go out for passes. What's kind of the key to being a good tight end?
Be able to block and go out for passes. No, I think... I don't know, I'm stuttering because I don't want to say this and let Firm get a big head. They got to be some of the best athletes on the team because they have to do both. It's natural to go out and catch passes, to throw the football. When everybody's a little kid and they're playing out in the backyard, they don't say, "Hey, I want to be an offensive lineman," And then coaches start Little League and they take the big kids and go make them be the offensive lineman, right? You're laughing because you knew that's what happened.
That's what I did.
Well, tight end is very special because he has to be the athletic guy, and he's also got to be the big guy who can go down in there and block and block those defensive ends and pull them and trap them and block the defensive tackles. So it takes a special skill set.
When you go from like Indiana State, how you started out the game, even North Dakota State, to Saturday, I mean, it seems like the play calling early on was a little bit more conservative on Saturday. Would you agree with that? Or
no, I wouldn't. And the reason why I wouldn't agree with that is because the play call, we went in with a game plan, and we did not execute the game plan properly. And I think part of that properly is because they did a very good job of stopping our run game plan with that 99 and where they were setting them. And I think our offensive coaches, quite frankly, did a marvelous job at the second quarter to finally get a beat on it and at halftime correct it and make great, you know how they talk about halftime adjustments. So I actually tip my hat to our offense. They did a great job during the week to prepare, and I think our coaches did a great job of adjusting on the fly and at halftime to come back and attack what they were doing to us.
How encouraged are you with the compete level that you guys have shown against ranked teams this season? And I know that the Valley is tough no matter which week it is, but you know this will be what 3-4 straight weeks of going against a top 25 team.
Well, it's just like that from last year. It's just like that in my past. The but part is we're building this program, and part of our plan is if you come out and watch a spring practice, and you guys were at the spring game, we have a scoring system. You know, we compete on everything. We had a summer camp winner at the end of the camp, so we keep score constantly. So competition is embedded into this football program.